Oh yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready for you this time, Gorillaz. I'm ready for you this time. I'm ready for you this time. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. It's 2 o'clock. Let's do this. So, Gorillaz Hollywood. Let's talk about it. Typical thing when it comes to Hollywood is that it can be filled with a lot of glitz and glamour, and that usually the surface usually provides a golden kind of exciting, format for people to follow, for people to get excited about. And usually when it comes to that, people are always excited about the prospects of Hollywood and the prospects of and what it might be promising to you. Look at the way that they use Hollywood in the form of a woman, and how this guy is excited about Hollywood because she provides everything he wants. She does everything he wants. There's no pleasure he can't have when he's with Hollywood. In Hollywood for a while, and even sometimes now, women are still, generally used as sex appeal in ways to get men to watch versus, being used as characters for development and being actual people. So it's almost like sadly fitting that Hollywood would be the form of a woman. Perspective of a woman in Hollywood has very slowly started to shift into a more well-rounded, she's a person, she's not simply an object or things like that. She can handle herself, she's an individual, she can work on her own. This dynamic sort of shows how there's still, that perspective is still there in some form or fashion. What is attractive is the promise and the potential. It could be women, for some it could be men, for some it could be money, for some it could be the idea of a comfortable life. What is attractive is this idea of immediate success and this idea of adoring fans and the idea of being a celebrity. But that concept requires work, and what Hollywood doesn't show you is the amount of work it takes, and that work is done behind the scenes. The way that they use 2D's chorus and how it talks about jealousy brings the vibe down. People always want to be up. No one wants to be down. It's not enjoyable. And I'm not saying that people should always be down, but there's a balance there. And what they do with the song is show how Hollywood kind of takes that balance away. Now, the Snoop Dogg part, I don't really have much else to say. It's Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg just talks about his part in Hollywood and what he's doing and how he's enjoying it. The overall song itself is really about how Hollywood has all this promise and all this potential, and there's kinda this dark underbelly that you don't really get to see. Everyone has their part in Hollywood too, and the dichotomy of it, because when you look at that very first part, they say all the beautiful people, all the geeks, all the freaks, all these people make up Hollywood. So even though the promise is there, there's still a huge amount of people that go into providing that image, that perspective that you get out of Hollywood. And they're not trying to show you that dark underbelly either, but I think 2D's chorus just kind of hints at it. It's kind of like, hey, don't mess with the vibe, okay? Just enjoy yourself. But it's this threatening kind of enjoy yourself. Like I felt like, whoa, like, and the way that they illustrated his face and they had him like doing the song, it just felt like they're not trying to be, up front. They're trying to be more subtle about it. And I thought it was a good song. Essentially, this song says, play your part. And as long as you play your part, you'll be able to enjoy yourself. Don't be jealous of what you can't have. Just play your part. The guy says, what are the lines again? I don't remember the lines. I don't remember my lines. Are we even focusing on continuity at this point? Or what are we doing here? Can we have lunch break? When is that? When is the lunch break? I don't know. What's the line?